Hello viewers. I'm sharing latest VMware interview question and answers which will enable you to crack any VMware interview with an ease in year 2024. Keep watching my videos for latest videos and interview patterns. Subscribe to my channel and click on notification bell for latest video updates. Let's begin with the video. Question 1. What is the requirement for running ESXi in the BIOS of the server? Answer. Running ESXi in the BIOS requires the NX or XD bit to be enabled for the CPU in the BIOS in order to ensure the smooth installation of the software programs. Question 2. What does ESXi stand for? Answer. ESXi stands for ESX Integrated. VMware ESXi is a Type 1 hypervisor, which easily installs onto your server, bare metal. It isn't a software application, although it includes and integrates vital OS components, such as a kernel. Question 3. What is VM kernel? Answer. The VM kernel is the interface between virtual machines, VMs, and the physical hardware of the system. The responsibility of VM kernel is scheduling CPUs, allocating memory and providing other hardware abstraction with other operating systems, OS, services. Virtual machines cannot communicate with the ESXi server without VM kernel, so that's why it's very important for VMs. Question 4. What is port group? Answer. We can assign a port group for every WLAN and subnet that we can simply assign to our VMs. We assign this port group to VM during creation of VM. Question 5. What is vSwitch in VMware? Answer. vSwitch is the software-based virtual networking switch used to connect virtual machines to the ESXi host, and it also provides the connectivity between the virtual machines on that virtual switch. vSphere standard switch is referred to as vSwitch. Each ESXi host requires its own vSwitch. Question 6. What is the hypervisor and its types? Answer. A hypervisor may be a virtualization layer that permits multiple operating systems to share one hardware host. There are two types of hypervisors. Bare metal is virtualization software vMvisor, Hyper-V, which is installed directly onto the hardware and controls all physical resources. It is also known as Type 1 hypervisor. Hosted hypervisor works as application VMware Workstation. It is also known as Type 2 hypervisor. Question 7. We have got tons of features like vMotion, DRS, SMP, etc. But why do we like HA? Answer. We like HA because we want our services running without interruption. Assume like, for a couple of reasons, if any one of the ESX server within the cluster goes down suddenly, what happens to the virtual machines, which are running there on particular server? Do they continue to run or go down? Yes. They will also go down along with host. But, with the help of VMware HA, these VMs are often restarted immediately on the other ESX servers within an equivalent cluster. But here, you'll get a downtime of 5 to 10 minutes because a server crash is an unexpected thing. Question 8. Is HA dependent on VMware vCenter server? Answer. Yes. But only during the initial installation and configuration. Question 9. What is VM monitoring status? Answer. HA will usually monitor ESX hosts and reboot the virtual machine within the failed hosts, within the opposite host, within the cluster, just in case of host isolation. Still, I want the HA to monitor virtual machine failures also. Here the feature called VM monitoring status, which is we can call a sibling of HA settings. VM monitoring would restart the virtual machine if the VMware tool's heartbeat didn't receive within the specified time using monitoring sensitivity. Question 10. What is VMware vSphere API and vSphere SDK? Answer. VMware vSphere API is a set of interfaces for managing vSphere. We can use the API to do most of the items the vSphere client can do. The API is defined as SOAP Web Services with WSDL. The vSphere SDK could also be a group of libraries that support vSphere API, also as tools and samples that assist your development efforts. The vSphere SDK is additionally referred to as VI SDK, vCenter SDK, ESX SDK, etc. Question 11. What's VMFS? Answer. VMFS is a block-level, high-performance clustered file system for virtualization. It is often shared between multiple ES11 hosts or VMs and allows simultaneously write and read data to and from one storage location. Question 12. What advantages does VMware file system provide over the traditional file systems? Answer. The advantages of the VMware file system over the utilization of a traditional file system is that the structure of VMFS makes it possible to store VM files in a single folder and simplifies VM administration. This guarantees that a VM works with only one ESXi server at a time. Whereas in traditional file system, it authorizes only one server to get read or write access to a storage resource. Question 13. What is a VMware data store? Answer. Data stores are the storage containers for files. Data stores are containers to hold virtual machine files, templates, ISO images, etc. Question 14. What's the difference between NFS and VMFS data stores? Answer. NFS is a stateless network-attached storage protocol introduced by Sun Microsystems in 1984. NFS is a file-level file system and is used in server-to-server file sharing, whereas NTFS is more advanced, secured and faster file system, while VMFS is a block-level file system. Once we create a VMFS data store, the VMFS file system is automatically created by the vSphere, but the NFS file system is on the storage side and is merely mounted and presents a shared folder on the vSphere. Question 15. What is iSCSI in VMware? Answer. iSCSI is a protocol which uses the TCP to move SCSI commands and also enables the utilization of the prevailing TCP/IP networking infrastructure as a cargo area network. Question 16. What's the default port employed by iSCSI during a VMware vSphere environment? Answer. In a VMware vSphere environment, iSCSI uses TCP ports 860 and 3260. Question 17. What is multipathing in VMware? Answer. In VMware, multipathing is a process that permits you to employ quite more than one physical path that transfers data between the host and an auxiliary storage device. During a failure of any element within the SAN network, like a switch, adapter, or cable, ESXi can switch to a different physical path that doesn't use the failed component. Question 18. What's FCOE protocol? Answer. Fiber Channel over Ethernet, or FCOE, is a transport standard that takes fiber channel frames and encapsulates them within an enhanced Ethernet network. FCOE retains fiber channel upper-level protocol features like flow control and data integrity checking, only when transfer medium like cables and interfaces gets changed. Question 19. What's the difference between FC and FCOE? Answer. FCOE maps fiber channels over full duplex Ethernet networks based on IEEE 802.3 standard. In fiber channel or FC, it is a serial data transfer protocol, and it is a standard for high-speed enterprise-grade storage networking. It accelerates to 128 Gbps and delivers storage data over fast optical networks. Question 20. What's IOPS in VMware? Answer. IOPS stands for Input-Output Operations per Second and may be a common performance measurement to benchmark memory devices like hard disk drives, solid-state drives and cargo area networks. Question 21. How does VMware measure IOPS? VMware measures IOPS by these two formulas. A. IOPS is equal to 1 divided by sum of average latency plus average seek multiplied by milliseconds multiplied by number of disk. B. Total IOPS is equal to IOPS multiplied by total number of disks. Question 22. What is the utilization of snapshots in VMware? Answer. The VMware snapshot is used to preserve the state and data of the virtual machine at the present point in time, so once you are done testing, you'll quickly revert the VM back to the desired state. Question 23. What type of files are created when snapshots are taken in VMware? Answer. From the perspective of files, VMware snapshot are often four types. Delta disk files, flat file, database file, memory file. Question 24. Are you able to restore a VM from a snapshot? Answer. Yes, one can restore a snapshot in VMware by using the revert and attend commands. Question 25. What's ALUA storage? Answer. ALUA stands for Asymmetric Logical Unit Access. ALUA may be a specific memory device capable of servicing input-output to a given LUN onto different storage processors, but unevenly. Using ALUA, input-output to a given LUN are often sent to available ports on any of the storage processors within the storage array. Question 26. What's NUMA in VMware? Answer. The full sort of NUMA is non-uniform memory access. It's a memory design utilized in multiprocessing, where the access time depends on the memory location relative to the processor. The biggest disadvantage is that the access of the CPU is usually the fastest when the CPU can access its local memory. Question 27. How do I enable NUMA in VMware? Answer. There are things to enable NUMA in VMware, which is: configure one virtual machine to use hyperthreading with NUMA, add NUMA and vCPU. Click on the VM option, then select Edit Settings. Now configure all virtual machines to use hyperthreading with NUMA, add NUMA, then configure prefer HT = 1 for per host advanced configuration file. Question 28. What's vNUMA or virtual NUMA? Answer. vNUMA or virtual non-uniform access may be an access optimization technique for VMware virtual machines, VMs, which helps prevent memory bandwidth bottlenecks. Virtual NUMA is particularly useful with large, multiple VMs during a VApp or high-performance virtual machines. Question 29. Why is RDM employed in VMware? Answer. RDM allows virtual machines to bypass VMFS and access the memory device directly. In this manner, an RDM acts as a proxy for a raw LUN residing during a VMFS volume. RDM or raw device mapping may be a mapping file that maps a LUN onto a VM. Question 30. What's the difference between RDM and VMDK? Answer. RDM is raw disk mapping and acts as a physical disk assigned to VMs, whereas VMDK is a virtual disk assigned to VMs. Question 31. What's the difference between SAN and vSAN? Answer. SAN leverages storage protocols like FCP and ISCSI, while vSAN only works with ESXi hosts. Within the case of SAN, storage administrators are required to pre-allocate storage on different systems, although vSAN automatically converts local storage resources into one storage pool. Question 32. What's NAS in VMware? Answer. The NAS or Network Attached Storage enables the VM to read data directly from the network file share, NFS, without browsing an ESX host or transferring data over the local area network. Question 33. What is vSphere Replication NFC? Answer. NFC stands for Network File Copy. Replication NFC is a replication traffic which is sent and received using the management interfaces of ESXi and VRA appliances. VRA stands for vSphere Replication Server Appliance. Question 34. What's VMware VAAI? Answer. VMware VAAI is Hardware Acceleration APIs, which are a group of APIs to enable communication between VMware vSphere ESXi hosts and storage devices. Question 35. How do I know if VAAI is enabled? Answer. To enabled VAI, steps are following. In the vSphere Client Inventory panel, click the host. Click the Configuration tab, then click Advanced Settings under Software. Check that these options are set to 1, enabled. Question 36. What's NFS in VMware? Answer. NF is generally referred to as Network File Systems. It is a file-level storage allocated by shared storage. Its network-attached storage will be shared through a cluster in vSphere. It also allows a user on a computer to access files over a network similar to local storage. Question 37. What's the default number of ports configured with the virtual switch? Answer. The default number of ports configured with the virtual switch is 128 ports. Question 38. What's VDS in VMware? Answer. The full form is VDS is VMware vSphere Distributed Switch, which provides a centralized interface from which you'll configure, monitor and administer virtual machine access switching for the whole data center. And it also provides support for advanced VMware vSphere networking features. Question 39. What's the max number of virtual machines per host? Answer. Maximum number of virtual machines per host is 100. Question 40. What's a host and cluster in VMware? Answer. A host is the virtual representation of the computing and memory resources of a physical machine running ESX server, and a cluster may be a group of hosts.